Why pilots and cabin crew experience the greatest radiation exposure of any profession. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever thought about what it's truly like to work at 30,000 feet? Pilots and cabin crew manage more than just jet lag, turbulence, or demanding passengers. They also contend with an unseen threat many don't consider: radiation. In the United States, airline pilots and flight attendants are often deemed some of the most radiation-exposed workers in civilian roles, exposed to more radiation than many nuclear plant technicians, X-ray techs, or industrial radiographers on average. How is this possible? Is it genuinely hazardous? Stay tuned, as today we delve into the science of cosmic radiation and why flight crews are at the forefront. First, let's grasp the radiation itself. We're discussing cosmic ionizing radiation, high-energy particles originating from exploding stars far out in our galaxy, alongside occasional bursts from our Sun. On the ground, Earth's dense atmosphere serves as a protective barrier. It prevents most of these particles from reaching us, meaning the average individual is subject to only about 2 to 3 millisieverts, MSV, of natural background radiation annually, from cosmic rays, radon in the soil, and minimal amounts within our own bodies. However, when flying at cruising altitudes, 30,000 to 40,000 feet, that shielding diminishes significantly. The atmosphere becomes considerably thinner, allowing considerably more cosmic radiation to reach the aircraft. At those heights, the radiation dose rate can be tenfold compared to sea level, or even more on specific routes. That's reason 1, altitude. Commercial aircraft travel precisely where cosmic radiation peaks before it diminishes at even higher altitudes. Reason 2, duration spent airborne. A typical long-haul pilot or cabin crew member logs about 800 to 900 flying hours each year. Even small radiation doses per flight accumulate quickly. Short-haul crews absorb less, but frequent long-haul or polar routes heighten exposure levels. Map with flight paths, polar routes marked in red. This leads us to reason number 3, your flight route. Earth's magnetic field deflects many cosmic particles near the equator, but that protection diminishes as you approach the poles. Polar or high-latitude routes, like New York to Tokyo over the Arctic or northern transatlantic journeys, expose crews to considerably more radiation. A single round trip on a polar route can yield around 0.1 millisieverts, equivalent to 5 chest X-rays. Factor in occasional solar flares, which elevate radiation further, and it's clear why some crews report higher totals. So what do these numbers indicate? Average background for the general populace: approximately 2.4 to 3 millisieverts per year. Typical long-haul flight crew: 3 to 5 millisieverts per year solely from cosmic radiation. Heavy polar, long-haul schedules: up to 6 millisieverts per year or more. In comparison to other professions, many nuclear power employees average 1 to 3 millisieverts per year. Radiologists and X-ray technologists typically record lower levels. Reports from the CDC, FAA, and NCRP indicate flight crews often rank highest in average annual occupational radiation exposure among monitored groups, excluding astronauts, of course. This is why they are officially classified as radiation workers in various contexts, despite U.S. regulations not mandating the same monitoring as for nuclear or medical personnel. Now, the pressing question: is this a threat? The increased lifetime cancer risk is deemed minimal. Studies suggest it raises only a minor percentage to typical background risks, slightly increasing the odds from about 220 in 1,000 to perhaps 223 in 1,000 after a full career. Radiation doses remain comfortably below the international occupational limit of 20 millisieverts per year averaged over 5 years. However, concerns persist. Some research connects higher early pregnancy exposure, around 0.36 millisieverts or more in the first trimester, to increased miscarriage risks for flight attendants. Long-term implications, especially from the distinct high-energy particles in cosmic radiation, continue to be researched. This is why Europe implements stricter guidelines. Monitoring is mandatory if exposure might surpass 1 MSV per year, with action thresholds set at 6 millisieverts. The FAA suggests education, solar event alerts, and voluntary limits, yet many crew unions argue that protections should extend further. So, the next time you board a flight, take a moment to appreciate your pilots and cabin crew. They're not just transporting you from one place to another, they are silently managing one of the highest levels of natural radiation exposure of any job on Earth, all while maintaining their comforting smiles. What are your thoughts? Would this hidden risk deter you from becoming a pilot or flight attendant? Share your views in the comments below. If you found this enlightening, hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth aviation content, and activate the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for joining us, safe journeys, and I'll see you in the skies. Stay curious, Curious Corner.